This is Masood Saberzadeh of LasVegasForUs.com and Realty One Group. In the last two videos, I discussed the concept of rentability, and also I showed you four listings and explained why just there is not enough information in the listing pages for an investor to decide whether the listing is a good investment opportunity or not. So let's take a really quick look at the first listing. Again, I've got the information for it here. Here's the MLS number. Here's the address. Here's the subdivision name. This is a 1611 square foot, two-story building, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2-car garage, built in 1995, and listing price is $95,000. Now let's take a look at the information that I need. When I analyze a listing, the first thing I do, I take a look at everything that's available in that subdivision listed for sale, and also everything that's sold for a appropriate duration of time based on data availability. And I come up with an acceptable price range for that home. And in this case, the asking price is $95,000, and the price range I came up with is $96,000 to $100,000. So far, so good. We're okay. Now, when I take a look at all the listings in that subdivision, if I see one that I believe is a better deal than this one, I discard this one and I substitute that listing. And I compute then I take a look at everything that was rented in that subdivision for an appropriate duration of time and come up with a conservative rental rate for that home. And in this case, I've come up with $1,100. I gotta go up one row. $1,100. Then I add up the homeowner association fee and annual property tax and come up with a number per month. In this case, it's $105. I deduct it from the rental rate, multiply it by 12, and divide it by the asking price to come up with a percentage which I call cash on cash return. In this case, it's 12.6%, and it's a rough estimate of what I call cash on cash return. Now, I only deducted HOA fee and property taxes, but that's not going to be all the expenses that a homeowner has. He's going to have expenses like home insurance, homeowner's warranty, and there is going to be wear and tear caused by the renter on the home. So if you want to be really conservative, you can deduct 20. If you want to be really, really conservative, 25% from this number, and that should give you a good estimate of the return on your money. In this case, it's going to be more than 9%, and that's pretty good. So far, so good for this listing, except when I took a look at all the homes that were rented in that subdivision, only 1 out of 8 was rented in under a month. That means vacancy. There are no amenities in this subdivision. The listing date is 7/8/2011, and the seller is Chase Bank. Now, I track listings by banks to figure out when they drop the price if they don't sell it for a duration. And I use that to make an educated case on making an offer on that home to the bank. If I see that the price drop is expected, I'm going to make a lower offer to the bank and hope that the bank would accept it. Now, I talked about 1 out of 8 homes being rented in about a month in that subdivision, and that means vacancy. And I've computed, the 12.6% cash on cash return is if the owner can rent this place right away. What if he had to wait for 4 months to rent this place? Then that cash on cash return drops to 7.8%. I would not show this listing to an investor because there are other subdivisions, like the next example, that rent 14 out of 15 homes in about a month. Let's take a look at the next one, and just to remind you, this was the home with that ugly carpet. That's not upgraded at all. I discussed this in the last video. Now, let's take a closer look at the information that I need. When I computed an acceptable sales price range for this type of home, the number is 74,000 to 90,000. This home is obviously needs some flooring change, maybe some upgrade in the kitchen, so it's priced on the lower range of my price range, 75.5. I like that. I also computed the rental rate estimate for this home of $900, deducted the $150 in homeowners association fees and property taxes, and came up with 11.9% cash on cash return for this home. However, here's when the big number comes in. 14 out of 15 homes that were rented in this subdivision rented in about a month. Actually, I'll go a little bit further, although I'm not showing this to you. 10 out of 10 of the same floor plan rented in under a month. And what this tells me is that an owner that buys a home in this subdivision, an average home, has got an excellent chance of renting it in under a month, thus avoiding vacancy and getting close to the computed cash on cash return. This home has a community pool. The date listed was 7/26/2011, and the seller is Deutsche Bank. Actually, I'll give you a little bit more information. This home, when we went and visited it, it smelled a little bit like dog pee. Now, say an owner spends $5,000 upgrading the floor, maybe taking out the carpet and putting laminated wood and upgrades the kitchen counter a little bit. If he buys this home at 75.5, but I know for a fact that bank would take 71,000 offer on this home. Then that investor has one of the best homes in one of the best rental subdivisions that he can choose from a pool of renters, the best renters, that will help the future appreciation in that subdivision and avoid price drops. I mean, in a subdivision like this, rental prices not only will not go down like the condo subdivision that I discussed with you that only rented 2 out of 38 condos in under a month, price increases should be expected. So, that ugly carpet home doesn't look that bad now. And I would recommend this home to an investor in a heartbeat. Let's take a look at the next listing that I showed you in the last video. And here are the information for it. Here's MLS number, address, here's subdivision name, 1,219 square foot, 1-story homes, 3 bedrooms, 1 3/4 bath, 2 bedrooms, built in 1995, and asking price is $119,500. This was the nice home with a laminated wood flooring in all areas. Let's take a look at the information that I got on this home. Asking price is $119,500. I've come up with a $110,000 to $120,000 price range for this home, where asking price is under the higher end because this is a nice home. A conservative rental estimate of $1,050, which translates to 9% cash on cash return. But again, here's that rentability factor. 9 out of 9 homes in this subdivision have rented in under 14 days. There's no amenities coming with this home. Community, it was listed 6/23/2011. The seller is Freddie Mac. I also, like I said, per bank, I track how much they sell their listings and also when would the price drops come. And in this case, there was a 7,000 price drop after 26 days that it's been listed, and another $9,500 price drop 20 days thereafter, and this home is under contract and pending sale. Let's take a quick look at the Summerlin home. Like I said, there was only one picture, and I've got the information for it on this row. Here's the MLS number, address, subdivision name. This is the 1,467 square foot, 2-story home. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2-car garage, built in 2001. Asking price $115,000, which is dropped to $145,000 now. Let's look at the other information that I've got. My acceptable price for this home is in $123,000 to $135,000 price range. So even with the $5,000 price drop, this is out of my price range. The rental rate I computed was $1,175. That translates to 8.2% cash on cash. And that's my big problem with the homes that investment properties in like great owner-occupied residential areas like Summerlin, as most of the homes there have much lower cash flow than the other areas, and I've shown you that. 12 out of 21 homes rent in under a month, and not bad, not good. But I go further, 5 out of 6 of the same floor plan get rented. So I wouldn't have any problem with that. My problem with the asking price and cash flow. This one was listed on 8/12/2011, and Fannie Mae is the seller. I made a note price drop coming. I do expect more than 5,000. However, I've seen the first 5,000 price drop. Let's take a look at the next listing. And it's right here, the information on it. MLS number, address, subdivision name is pretty close to the last one in a square footage. This is a 1,476 square foot, 2-story home, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2-car garage, built in 2004, with asking price of $102,000. My the price range that I've come up with this home is $92,000 to $100,000. Estimate rental rate estimate of $1,075. That translates to 10.6% cash on cash return. And this subdivision raised 15 out of 22 homes in about a month. It has a playground. The listing date is 8/12/2011. Again, the seller is Fannie Mae, and because this is a little bit out of my price range, I expect a price drop, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if it didn't come and somebody bought it. I actually do not have a lot of problem with this home. Let's take a look at the next listing. I'm not going to show it to you. Again, here are the specifics for the listing. Asking price $140,000. But my computed price range is $110,000 to $112,000. So again, although this place has a lot of amenities and rented 3 out of 4 homes in under a month, and the cash on cash return on is 82%, I will not show this home in present conditions. And then I'm gonna answer people that, call their buddies or realtors and say, oh, what are the good investment areas? The next 2 listings that I picked you are built by the same builder, right across the street from each other, the same floor plan, 1,298 square feet, 2-story building, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1 car garage. One is built in 2007, one is built in 2006. And I'm going to quickly show you some pictures. This is the first home. Here are some pictures. Nice home with laminated wood flooring in living areas. Very nice kitchen. And the bedrooms have carpet, but the carpets are clean. That's a good thing. Here's the picture of the bathroom. And let's take a look at the next one. And this is this listing. Again, these 2 homes are exactly the same, except they're built across the street from each other. This one has clean carpet. Again, kitchens are kind of the same, upgraded. Living room has carpet, and there's nothing wrong with carpet in the living room, except I personally like laminated wood and tile flooring better because they're cooler, and Las Vegas is a hot city. And here's a picture of the garage. Let's get rid of this and take a look at the other information I have. Again, my first price range puts the first listing at 68 to 75. Price is good. Here are the rental rates, and for the second listing, my computer price range puts it at 75 to 85, and this one actually sold for 71.5. Same rental rate, same HOA and taxes. The return on money, cash on cash as defined by me, is 12.8% for one, 12.3%, which is higher because this home sold for less. But here comes the big numbers. 20 out of 27 homes in the first subdivision have rented in under a month, and actually 5 out of 5 the same floor plan rented in under a month. But in the other subdivision, which is exactly the same except across the street, only 7 out of 18 homes have rented in about a month, and 0 out of 5 of the same floor plan. Now, if you cannot tell between 2 subdivisions that are built pretty much the same time, and 2 homes, exact same floor plan that look pretty much the same, and one is by far a better investment opportunity than the other one, and if I see a listing in one, I'll show it way before I show a listing to an investor in the other subdivision. I just hope that I was able to show you that it takes a lot of work to find a good listing, and this is the type of information that's needed to analyze each listing. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I discussed 8 listings here for you, with you, or 8 or 9 listings. Each listing takes about 20 minutes to analyze. And what makes this the problem of analyzing the listings in Las Vegas is expand this to 100 listings. Well, how about expanding it to 1,600 available listings between 100,000 that are priced between 100,000 and 125,000. And if you're looking at everything under a 155,000 price range, then the problem becomes huge. Actually, the 1,600 listings in 100,000 to 125,000, 500 of these sell a month and got to be replaced. And I cannot come up with a better way to do this, but this is a lot of work that has to be done by me. Actually, I do not look at all listings on areas. I found me some areas that I like, but the deal is everything that I showed you are from the area that I like, and obviously not everything in the area that I like is good. The analysis has to be done on listing by listing pages. Now, if an investor gets like 8 or 9 listings from me in this form, now there is enough information to decide which investment opportunity is the best. I hope that I've been able to explain these concepts well, and I would truly appreciate some feedback. God bless.